Today we're stepping back to the year 2002 with the Dolphin display on this Pioneer Premier head unit, the DEH-P740MP. Let's kick it.
This is not a Mickey Mouse program!
The Pioneer Premier DEH-P740MP was full of features including the organic EL display at 128 by 33 pixels, CD MP3 capability, AM/FM radio with Super Tuner 3, MOSFET 50 for 50 watts by 4 max power, EEQ or Easy EQ with 5 factory and 2 user settings, SFEQ or Sound Focus EQ, front, rear, and sub 4-volt preamp outputs, aux, XM radio capability, full motion 3D animation, and a flap face. Probably one of the most known features of these type of head units is the 3D animations they offer. Let's check out the different modes.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
Sometimes people refer to these as the Dolphin head units, but they also have other modes like the Skydivers here, which are really cool. Of course, these are really short clips, very low resolution, but still pretty neat. I've owned this unit for about 10 years, and unfortunately the last time I tried it was maybe 8 years ago, and the CD portion worked fine. This time it took in a CD, but it would not play the CD or eject it, unfortunately. For those who are curious like me, I pulled out the 2002 Car Audio and Electronics directory, and the unit sold for $400 back in 2002, which is equivalent to $720 in 2025, same as the Alpine 7894 I showed in a previous video. Now, of course, we have to test this head unit's output capability. We'll use the amp dyno. On the left, we'll see the power output in watts. In the middle, the ohm load. On the right, the voltage of the dyno. And we're going to try several different modes here to see how much true power this head unit puts out. Now, it's stated 50 watts by 4 max. However, if you look at the install guide, it says 22 watts per channel into 4 ohms. So we'll go with that one. 12 volt test first. Let's try 4 ohms and see if we can get anywhere near that 22 watts. And here we go. No. We get 11 watts per channel. 11 watts by 4, about half of that rated power at 12.5 volts. Let's try the uncertified mode. Of course, that first mode was up to 1% THD, and they said 5% THD. So we're going to take it up to clipping, and still a little shy here, 12 watts, about half what they rated. So let's bump the voltage up to 14, a little over 14 volts, and try the test again. Certified 1% distortion, 1 kilohertz is our track here. And we top out at 14 watts per channel. So still almost 10 watts, about 8 watts shy of where they recommend it or where they rate it. Uncertified to clipping. Now here we do get closer. We get about 17 watts per channel. And again, they rate 22 RMS, so we're close but not quite there. Now in the setup menu of these head units, you can go to a setting for the subwoofer, and that's what we're doing right now, and we're going to set to rear speakers to subwoofer. The factory setting is full. And what this does is it crosses over the rear channels. Now I thought it actually bridged them or did something like that, but if you look at the install manual, it still shows you use the left channel and the right channel for the subwoofer, so you can't use them as one. And they say 70 watts times 1 at 2 ohms is the maximum output power. So let's try 4 ohms first to see what we get here with one channel. 12 volts will be our first test. We're using the 40 hertz track here because we're simulating a subwoofer. And certified again is 1% distortion, and there you go. 13 watts. Wow. Making your subs jump out of their box. We'll reset the dyno here and try the uncertified to clipping. And I don't think we're going to get to 20, but what are we going to get? Get a little bit more than 13. We get 14 watts. Woo! Your speaker's a sweating thing about all this power. Now let's bump up the voltage to 14 because I'm sure head unit's going to like that for a little bit more power. We run the certified test again to 1% distortion, and we get 17 watts at 14.4 volts. Certified 40 hertz, again on the rear, one of the rear channels here as a sub. Uncertified again takes us up to the clipping point. Can we bust 20? Oh, right at it. 19 watts, 14.38. Now, since they rate the sub channel here at 2 ohms, 70 watts max, we're going to try it at 2 ohms, certified first with 12 volts. And here we go. And we get 18 watts. Yeah, again, your subwoofers are cringing thinking about all this power they're going to get. Let's try the uncertified test to clipping. Can we bust 20 watts here at 2 ohms on the sub? Yes, we can. 22 watts. There you go. At 12.49. Of course, we can't forget the 14 volt test. Let's try these at 2 ohms. See what we get here. Certified 1% distortion at 40 hertz. What can we get on one channel? 25 watts. It's a little bit better, but still not so great for a subwoofer. Let's try it uncertified to clipping. Is it possible we can get more than 30 watts here on a single channel for your subwoofer? Oh man, we're right at it, 29 watts. Let's get back to listening to the amp, see how it sounds. Can the rear channels of this head unit really power a subwoofer? Let's find out. All right, this is without the crossover or the rear subwoofer connected. What I meant to say in that clip is that the subwoofer on the setup menu was set to full, so I'm going to go in and change it to SW, which means the internal amp is going to be used as a subwoofer with a crossover. the space age hustle. So will this feature get you by in a pinch? Maybe. I mean, it powers the sub okay, but definitely not writing home about it. Now, the one interesting thing, as I showed before, is in the installation manual, it showed a subwoofer being hooked up to each channel of the rear. So we're going to try that on the dyno at 2 ohms and see what we get here with both channels connected. 40 hertz is our test signal, and there you go. At 2 ohms, we get 17 and 20 watts. So that's 37 total. That's better. Let's try the uncertified test, see if we can get over 40 watts here with both channels on the rear. So if you have a dual voice coil 2 ohm subwoofer, there you go. About 25 per channel, getting 50 watts for the rears. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you check links in the video description. Pick you out a new t-shirt design. Wilson Audio Labs, old school stereo, all that fun stuff. Till next time, Big D, I'm out of here.